What's up guys, it's Tech Prime here, and today I'm going to teach you how you can install Tor on Arch Linux. I'm also going to tell you how you can set up Tor for browsers outside of the default Tor browser. And since this is a no BS video, I'm going to leave some helpful search engines and some tips and tricks you should know along the way. Now let's get on with the video, shall we? Now, as you guys can see, I did uninstall Tor on my computer, so if I don't do this correctly, I'm not gonna have my Tor anymore. So the first step would have to be update your whole system, and I'll just skip this whole part. So now that your system's updated, now you can install Tor and all the other dependencies. So first, sudo pacman-s, and then we're gonna do Tor nix and Tor browser launcher. And it should be about 55 megabytes, so hit Y. And then enter, and it should be installed. And as you can see, I got my Tor browser back, so I'll clear your terminal. And now you're gonna have to actually start Tor. It's not just one app. So you're gonna have to type sudo systemctl start tor.service, and then sudo systemctl enable tor.service. So just like that. So now we can actually check if it's working with sudo systemctl status tor.service. And it's enabled, and it's active. And we got the green light, and it's using my memory and CPU, which is amazing. So now you can clear your terminal, and we don't actually need it anymore. So go ahead and close it. And I'll open the default Tor browser to check if it actually works. And it should be loading. So if you did do it correctly, then you're going to have to go to check.torproject.org. And congratulations, this browser is configured to use Tor. So now if we go to a Tor website like HCAN, it should be able to connect. So now that we're here, just go to Tor address right here, and if it loads, then we got Tor correctly installed. And there we go, it worked. So now you can check your Tor circuit, and these are all the computers that actually change your IP address and act as a sort of tunnel. Now this next part of the video is not supported or recommended by the Tor project, so I'm not responsible if you break something. So now let's say you want to get Tor on a different browser. Like something more lightweight, for example, the Palm browser. It's meant for old computers, and it works great. So go ahead and launch it, go to Tools, Preferences, and then go to Network, under Advanced, and click this Settings button. Then select Manual Proxy Configuration, and under Socks Host, put 127001, make your port 9050, and make it SOCKS v5 protocol. Also, make sure to check this tiny box, otherwise it might not work. So now just click OK, Close, and Close Palm. So now we can check it if it actually works with check.torproject.org. And it says this browser is configured to use Tor. Great. And of course it has to say it's not the Tor browser. Of course it is. That's why I'm making this part of the video. Now this browser should be basically the same for any browser. For example, Firefox. Go to Settings, scroll down, Network Settings, Manual Proxy Configuration, Localhost 9050. Basically the same thing, right? So now if we go to check.torproject.org, this browser is configured to use Tor. And if we go to acun.top again, and if we launch through the Tor address, it should be able to work. And as you can see, we are on a .onion website right there, and it's working. So yeah, that's pretty much all you needed to know. Now, if some browsers do get a bit whiny, you're gonna have to check the Arch wiki for extra steps that I missed. Now, if you want some helpful search engines, I'll leave them down in the description so I don't waste people's time. And that's about it. That's all you really needed to know from the video. Now, of course, you're not going to be completely safe just with Tor. So I'm going to leave some helpful links from the Tor project, as well as some helpful ideas on how you can stay safe. And I'll also leave some helpful search engines. Now, if your distro is not Arch Linux and it didn't work, then I'm going to leave some helpful sources to help you find a fix. Alright, Tech Prime out.